What happens when cheaters think they'll never get caught, only for karma to strike back harder than they ever imagined? Welcome to today's video, Reddit Confessions, Cheaters' Karma, and Wildest Falls. These are the most jaw-dropping, scandalous, and downright shocking cheating stories from Reddit, and trust me, the way karma delivers justice will leave you speechless. So buckle up, because this ride is about betrayal, heartbreak, and some seriously poetic revenge. So, let's start with the big question. Why would anyone openly admit their darkest betrayals online? On Reddit, the cloak of anonymity gives people a strange kind of courage, or maybe it as just pure arrogance. Some confess out of a crushing sense of guilt, hoping for some digital absolution. Others, unbelievably, brag about their conquests, looking for validation from strangers. And then there are those who are just so lost they want someone, anyone, to tell them what to do. But here's the unwritten rule of the internet: once you spill your secrets online, they never, ever go away. It's a permanent record of your worst moments. Imagine you're just casually scrolling through Reddit, maybe looking at memes or cat pictures, and you stumble upon a post where someone is nonchalantly admitting to completely destroying their marriage. That's exactly where our wildest ride begins. Alright, let's dive right into our first confession, and this one is a classic tale of deception. A Reddit user confessed to juggling to different partners for over a year. A whole year, they had this elaborate system of lies. It was always working late, a last-minute work trip, or a friend needs my help. In reality, they were sneaking off for secret weekend getaways with the other person. They thought they were a mastermind, a genius of deceit. But it all came crashing down in the most spectacularly clumsy way imaginable. It wasn't through spying or a friend tipping someone off. No, the cheater accidentally sent the exact same romantic, lovey-dovey text message to both partners at the exact same time. The "I miss you, can't wait to see you tonight" kind of text. Imagine the pure chaos that followed, the betrayal, the hurt, the sheer audacity of it all. And yet, as shocking as that sounds, this is just the warm-up act for the stories we're about to uncover. Now, betrayal isn't just about cheating in relationships. Sometimes, it cuts even deeper because it comes from the people you're supposed to trust unconditionally, your own family. In another heartbreaking post, a Redditor shared how their own cousin, someone they grew up with, scammed them out of thousands of dollars. We're talking life savings here. The cousin cooked up this fake sob story about needing money for an emergency, promising to pay it all back with interest. Of course, that never happened. The family ties were completely shattered, and the trust was destroyed beyond repair. The Redditor was left heartbroken and in a financial hole. And the fallout from that, though, we'll get there. Because trust me, karma wasn't even close to being done with that cousin. Here's the thing about cheaters: they almost always slip up. It's like they're building a house of cards on a wobbly table. Sooner or later, it's all coming down. Some get caught through the classic sneaky phone check in the middle of the night. Others get busted by technology they don't even understand, like cloud backups that sync incriminating photos to a shared family iPad, or location sharing that they forgot to turn off. One of the most infamous stories I've read involved a husband who told his wife he was going on a week-long business trip to another state. He was meticulous with his lies, or so he thought, but his ego got the better of him. He went to a local nightclub with his affair partner and got tagged in a friend's Instagram post. The post was public. Before his wife even had a chance to confront him, the comments section absolutely roasted him. Strangers were calling him out. Can you even imagine the confrontation that followed? The Reddit post described it like a scene from a courtroom drama. There was shouting, floods of tears, and a barrage of the most pathetic excuses you've ever heard. "It's not what it looks like, we're just friends, my account was hacked." All the classic lines that nobody ever believes. If you've ever been betrayed, you know that gut-wrenching, stomach-dropping feeling when the world as you know it just shatters. It's a pain that's hard to describe, and it was laid out in raw, painful detail in that post. But here is where the story gets good. This is the part we've all been waiting for. Karma doesn't just knock politely on the door, it kicks the door right off its hinges. So, remember that cousin who scammed his family member out of their life savings? Well, he took that money and, thinking he was a financial genius, gambled it all away in a risky crypto investment. He lost every single penny overnight. Poof, gone. The family having learned the truth, completely cut him off. He lost his money and his family in one fell swoop. And what about the husband who was exposed on Instagram? His employer saw the nightclub posts too, because guess what? That business trip he was supposed to be on was actually a mandatory company retreat. So, he lost his job and his marriage in the very same week. Double whammy. As for our two-timer, the one who sent the same text to both partners, well, they talked, and then they dumped him, simultaneously. In a final, humiliating twist, with no place to go, he had to move back in with his parents at the age of 35. Ouch, it's almost like the universe has a built-in system for balancing the scales. And sometimes, that balancing act is incredibly painful to watch. Years later, the echoes of these betrayals still linger. These Reddit posts often get updated, and they paint a picture of the long-term aftermath. For the people who were betrayed, some stories are incredibly inspiring. They share updates about finding new love, rebuilding their lives, and emerging stronger and more self-aware than ever before. They found happiness after the heartbreak. But for the cheaters, their updates are often a lot grimmer. Some are still dealing with the fallout, stuck with the scars of their own making, unable to maintain healthy relationships, forever carrying the weight of their decisions. One thing is crystal clear from all these stories: betrayal never ends well for anyone. The truth always finds its way out. And karma. She might be patient, but she is absolutely relentless. So, what do you think? Which of these stories had the most brutal, well-deserved karma? Have you ever seen a betrayal blow up in someone's face in a spectacular way? Drop your thoughts and your own stories in the comments below. I promise, I read every single one. And if you enjoyed diving into these Reddit confessions with me, do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe for more unbelievable stories, and maybe share this with a friend who needs a little reminder that in the end, karma always wins. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.